पुरंदर रंगा हरे विठला हे पुरंदर रंगा हरे विठला पंढरी रंगा हरे विठला पंढरी रंगा हरे विठला हे पुरंदर रंगा हरे विठला पुरंदर रंगा हरे विठला नर हरि रंगा हरे विठला हे नर हरि रंगा हरे विठला मुरहर रंगा हरे विठला हे मुरहर रंगा हरे विठला हे पुरंदर रंगा हरे विठला हे पुरंदर रंगा हरे विठला With pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan, dear brothers and sisters, I'm extremely happy to be here this pleasant afternoon in your midst. Thanks to Swami for making this trip possible, and the trip is going to end before it started. Anyway, whatever that is given to us, we should be grateful to Swami. That's the way how I take things. There was a conference held there in the forest, headed by the lion, the king of the forest. That conference was well attended by all animals around. A 2-day conference, only to prove the fact that animal is superior to man. The first day deliberations went on like this, with the lion as the chairman. One animal after another animal start talking in favor of the proposition that animal is superior to man. First argument in favor of the proposition is this: in respect of food, animal is better than man. Why? Animal eats when it is hungry. Man is ready to eat, though he is not hungry. Ready to fill the garbage of his stomach with all the stuff that he comes across. Ice cream followed by hot coffee immediately. So the animal finally concluded, we the animals have got some kind of discipline in respect of food habits. As Bhagwan was telling recently, the dog fasts when it is sick. But man doesn't want to fast. That's why I find the word breakfast has no meaning, because we are never on the fast to break it. So in respect of food, Animal is certainly better than human. Then another animal got up and said, in respect of fear, animal is certainly superior to man. Why? Animal fears when it comes to the matter of its survival. When it suspects something in danger, when it suspects something is going to happen to it, then the animal develops this sense of fear. Whereas man is afraid of everybody, including policemen, the income tax, the sales tax, what not. Everybody, anyone can frighten man on earth. So in respect of fear, animal is certainly superior. Then the third argument is this. In respect of sleep, animal is much better. Because animal has got specific time to sleep. And even though the man in the bullock cart sleeps, the bull will take him to the destination right on the dot of time. But the man can sleep anywhere, even in standing posture, with his head on the lap of the neighbor, without having to reserve any sleeper berth. That is excellence in the art of teaching is given to man. So there seems to be no discipline at all. So food, fear, and sleep. And fourth, another animal got up and said, now it's time for me to say, animals have got a season for procreation, but man has no reason and no season. No reason for love, no season for love, while animal has got a definite season. So the first day concluded, resolving that animal is superior to man. Aharam bhaya nidra maidhanancha. Samanyam etat pashubir naranam. These are the four qualities which are equally shared by animals and the human society. On the following day, again the discussion went on like this. One animal got up and said, even after death, animal body is more useful than the human body. With the animal skin, one can make slippers or bags or whatever you call it. With the human skin, nothing can be made out of it. On the other hand, people will start inquiring, when are you going to cremate or bury? The teeth, animal teeth are useful. The tusks of an elephant, as you know, are very costly, so beautiful. Human teeth, horrible, horrible, horrible. Sometimes dentures look much better than the teeth. Then animal flesh is valuable more than the human flesh. Human flesh is useless, rotten stuff. Therefore, the second day conclusion was this. Even after death, animal seems to be more precious than the human being. But the king, the lion, finally gave the concluding remarks. We are glad to resolve, having deliberated in detail, that animal is superior to man, but my question is this, said the lion. What is it? No animal can ever know what it is. No animal can go beyond the animal traits or habits. To quote Bhagwan, no tiger can ever be made to eat idlis or puris from South India. Impossible. No lion would ever relish chapatis. No. The lion and the tiger is always after flesh. No animal can be changed. No animal can investigate. No animal can ever proceed along the path of inquiry, can ever put a question, who am I? Therefore, animals have got their own limitations. But the human society is given with an extra quality. That is, jnananam adhika visheshataha. That jnana, the wisdom, is an extra quality given to human race. That a human being can find out who he is. That was the concluding session of the conference of the animal kingdom. That's the reason why it is said, Jantunam Narajanma Durlabham. Human birth is rarest of all. Human life is the noblest of all. And hence, we have from time to time noble souls, seers, aspirants, saints, sages appearing on earth, moving in our midst, reminding us time to time how we should behave. A tree behaves like a tree, yes. We don't have to tell a tree, look here, behave properly. Every tree knows when to flower the fruits. It knows properly. Animals know how to behave. A dog is just a dog, that's all. A cat is just a cat. But a human being is anyone else excepting the life of a human being. No animal kills its own tribe. No dog kills another dog. No cat kills another cat. A man can kill any number of people without a reason, without any cause. Therefore, the time has come that man has to be reminded, look here, live as a human being, worthy of this creation. The earth is so beautiful. Life is so wonderful. The whole creation is just the manifestation of the divine. God manifests as nature. The nature is but the reflection of God. We have no business to abuse it or misuse it. We should live befitting its stature, befitting its divine composition. And so Bhagwan, Sri Satya Sai Baba today, an incarnation in the modern society, moving in our midst to remind man that he should be basically human. And so you have got the human values education all around the world, undertaken successfully by Sri Satya Sai Seva organizations. So the first and foremost striking point which I would like to draw your attention this pleasant afternoon is the purpose of avatar, incarnation, is to remind every human being to be a human. Be human and be humane. When once we are human, we can afford to be humane. As we are inhuman, we are bestial. Bhagwan Baba always lays emphasis on the human values to begin with. The second, what we find in the world today is just artificial, synthetic. Even love also has become artificial. Whenever we come across anybody on the street, we say, hello, hello, which is meaningless. Meaningless. Hollow inside, hello outside is the fashion of the day. Hollow, that's what Bhagwan said. There's nothing like genuineness there. There's nothing that is natural in our relationships. Love is also artificial, synthetic, a hybrid variety. We do not know what love is. The true spirit, what is a religion? My friends, religion is not the one that we follow, is not the one that we adopt, is not the one that is passed on from generation to generation. It is not dogma, it is not fanaticism, it is not slogan, it is not a cult, certainly not. Religion is the way of life. We claim our religion, but we are not religious. Religion is different from being religious. Religiousness is more important than religion, because religion is just a declaration, whereas religiousness is the practice of religion. Religion is just a brand. Religiousness is adherence to the values of that religion. Bhagwan Baba wants us to be religious, not merely men of religion. Better we practice what the religion says, rather declare ourselves as members of a particular religion. Religiousness. What is being religious? Baba said, love. Love is the only religion in this world. All other religions may be different. They may advocate different paths towards the divine. They may suggest different paths to be near God. But at the same time, basically, essentially, every religion advocates the principle of love. So there is only one religion, the religion of love, says Bhagwan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Those who are here for the first time, I would like to humbly submit to all of them that Sathya Sai Baba is not a new religion. Sathya Sai Baba is not a cult. Sathya Sai Baba is not a separate brand. Sathya Sai Baba is not going to add to the list of existing gods already who are overpopulated, I am afraid. Sathya Sai Baba represents fellowship of faiths, congregation of worship, synthesis of religions, unity of religions, the practice of religion that one has to love and be loving towards others. So the second principle which I want to draw your attention is Bhagwan's emphasis on love. Swami goes on to say one example. It seems there was a gentleman who was well-built or hefty personality. Well, old age, sickness, and he died. In India, in olden days, we had very narrow doors. This body has to be brought out of the doors to the cremation ground. Somebody suggested, it is not possible because the body is so heavy. The wife of the person, dead person, comes and tells, sir, if you break the walls, it is difficult to raise them up again. Better you cut different parts and take the body. That's all. While in life there is so much of attachment, the moment life is gone, that's the end of the matter. Bhagwan gives another example, another beautiful example. It seems there was a rainy day, downpour of rain, torrential rain. One gentleman was passing by the street and he bought that day fresh pair of chappals. Well, he went to a shop there and said, sir, may I keep my chappals? Because it's raining there, I'll go to the temple, I'll come back and collect these chappals. The shopkeeper said, why not? Oh, you're welcome. He went in and kept his chappals there. He could go and then collect them back. On the same day, it so happened a jeweler died. The body is being taken to the cremation ground. And the people came and said, sir, shall we keep this body in your shop for some time? Nothing doing, get out. What do you think of this? What do you say? In other words, the body is not even worth that of slippers that we wear when once the life is out. Alexander the Great tells everybody, the history recorded that. Alexander the Great said, when my coffin is taken round the streets as a last journey, let the two hands be spread. The whole society realize that I was born empty-handed, that I return empty-handed, that I'm not able to collect even fistful dust as I go, being the Emperor Alexander the Great. Therefore, there is something that is lacking, there is something that is required, which we have got to experience, achieve while in our lifetime. Besides possessions, positions, acquisitions, all that, we have got to acquire something more than what we have. It is not physical satisfaction. Physical satisfaction is satisfied by food, comforts, luxuries. Psychological satisfaction, yes, it is possible by just your ego, some achievement whatsoever. Intellectual complacency is also possible by exercising the sense of discrimination. But spiritual satisfaction is something that we get when we turn within. Man is the human race is the only given the chance of turning within. But we have no time to look within. We are so busy externally, we have no time. Even if God is there at the doorstep of the office, we'll ask him, you should see me on prior appointment, okay? See you later. Somebody asked me in the US last year, when can we expect Bhagwan in the United States? I told them, even if Bhagwan is prepared to come, all of you would say, Swami, we'd like to have you during the weekend, not on busy days. We'd like to have you in the weekends, not other days. We have got our own schedule. We want God also to adhere to our own schedule and program. That's the tragedy. We have no time to think of anything else. Therefore, we should know what true love is. When one is out of position, no one cares for him. Bhagwan always tells our college boys, time and again, you may have number of friends. Everybody will be saying hello, hello to you. This goes on until his father is in position and his money purse full. The moment purse is empty, the moment father retires, nobody would even say goodbye, forget saying hello. So this love is conditioned by position, by properties, by politics. But true love is unconditional. True love is selfless. Love transcends all human needs and requirements. Love is beyond time and space. Love is beyond age. Love is eternal. I am not referring to human love. The love that we know is ephemeral, transient, senescent, momentary, and absolutely temporary, like a passing cloud. Bhagwan gives a simple example. Newly married couple one day went to the public garden, enjoying the flowers all around. And on the way, the bride was just about to step on a thorn. The husband noticed. He started shouting, dear, be careful, there lies the thorn ahead of you. Don't you know that? The bride was extremely happy. Here is my husband, who feels so sorry about the thorn on the way. How lucky I am to have got him. After 6 months, this time again they went for a walk. They saw the thorn on the way. The husband tells, honey, be careful, there's the thorn, okay? Don't look that way and this way. After 1 year, this time they were carrying a baby with them. And they saw the same thorn on the way. The husband started shouting, what about you? Half of money spent to meet the medical bills. Don't you know how to walk? This is the trend of love in our society. But the divine love is beyond. The divine love is selfless. The divine love is eternal. Divine love is immortal, spiritual. Why? Because you are basically the embodiment of love. Love is not to be transported. Love is not to be imported. Love is not to be exported, manufactured, generated. It is within you. We have got to find out why we have lost our birthright of love. Once Bhagwan asked the late Gokak, the former vice-chancellor of Sri Sathya Sai University. Gokak is an international personality in English literature. There is no position which he has not occupied in literary circles. Bhagwan asked Gokak, Gokak, what is love? Professor of English, internationally known, what is love? Professor said, Swami, how can I answer straight away? I need some time. I need to write a couple of pages on what love is. Swami laughed and said, you don't need time, I'll tell you what love is. Then Gokak understand that Swami knows English also. Because he was thinking that he was a professor of English all the time, internationally known. And Baba said, look here, Gokak, selflessness is love. Lovelessness is self. Selflessness is love. So where there is no selfishness, where one rises above the selfish interests, well, he can experience the true love. The love is beyond all cadre, class, caste, community, race, nationality, gender. I recall how Bhagwan treats people. There was a time in Prashant Nilayam, villagers were allowed to have mass marriages performed there. Mass marriages, villagers. They didn't know how to conduct themselves, villagers after all. But Prashant Nilayam, as you know, is a global in its composition. It is an international center. To quote Balu, if you go to Prashant Nilayam, you don't have to study geography because you find people from all countries all over the world. When you go to Prashant Nilayam, you don't have to know how many professions are in the world because you have got people representing all professions, vocations. When you go to Prashant Nilayam, you don't need to know the age group of the composition because you have got people of all age groups, tiny tots to aged people, advanced, senior citizens as well. Therefore, Swami's love, I would like to draw your special attention. The poor villagers came from the neighboring villages and they didn't know how to conduct themselves. You know, villagers chew pan also. And they wear dhotis. And they lift up dhotis such that you'll see them, their feet also. They just walk like that. And they're free to spit anywhere. Yes. Open university. When Sevadal were so busy telling everybody, behave yourself, this is not the way what you are supposed to do. Baba comes out and says, they're our guests. Don't shout at them. They are our guests, you understand. We brought them here. They represent wedding party, okay? Yes, better you wash. As they spoil it, you are to stand behind him and make it perfect. Swami has no other consideration. Yes, just love, that's all. He may be in rags or in full suit. Doesn't matter after all, nothing. It was a time when one union minister was to visit Prashant Nilayam, Rajesh Pilot, from Rajasthan, I believe. And several members said, Swami already retired, better you come in the evening. Being the union minister with convoy, officials with him, he said, no, I will have his darshan now and then only go because I have got other appointments. I was quite curious. I was standing there behind a bush. I wanted to know what Swami would do it. Whether he's going to pick up this man or not, let me see. If he talks to the union minister, oh God, you prefer union ministers, not fellows like me. If you do not talk to him, let me see the fun. Watch the face of the union minister. He might not have faced the situation when a union minister is denied of darshan. Let me see that. And Swami did not come down. This man stood like that, straight like a military man. So many people behind. Swami did not come down. Ultimately, he had to leave Vrindavan. After 1 hour, Swami comes down with a broad, mischievous smile. He called me, come here. Why are you here? Why did you not go to the college? You are already late by 1 hour. I am sorry, Swami. I wanted to notice what is happening here. What do you want to notice? No drama here. Why? Swami, the union minister came for your darshan. I would like to know whether you would come down or not. He said, let him the union minister or the president. I will not wait for anybody. Any person, any dignitary will have to wait for me. But my friends, please note this point. But listen, I wait for my true devotees, not for the presidents or prime ministers. Not for the presidents and prime ministers. I wait for my devotees. A lovely statement, which I remind myself all the time, Swami, that is true love. That is true love, which we would like to cultivate. I also remember another instance. Somebody was asking Bhagwan, Swami, why don't you visit our state? Why don't you visit our country? Swami, this for the 100th time we are requesting you. Why don't you come here? As you all know, people all around the world are interested to have him there in respective countries. Physically, hundreds of Sai centers are there all over the world. There is no country where Sai is not heard. There is no country where Sai's name is unfamiliar. Sai is known everywhere. And Swami just smiled when they requested him to visit their country. Just smiled and started leaving that place. Then what I did was, Swami, when are they taking you? I always face divine risks of that nature. It's a divine risk. Because if there is slightest of a error, it costs life. Meaning total punishment, execution, spiritual. He will never look at you for years. But anyhow, I picked up courage and said, Swami, when are they taking you? Baba said, taking me? Nobody can take it from me. I am not a baggage to be collected. Nobody can take me, impossible. But I tell you, my devotees can carry me anywhere they like. They can carry me anywhere they like a jaggery, which is carried by ants. Ants are so small and subtle, still they are able to carry the weight of the jaggery. That's what Bhagwan said. This is the love. This is the love that he demonstrates. This is the love that he wants us to cultivate. This is the love in which he wants us to grow. Because love is God. God is love. Live in love. The easiest way to God is to love all and serve all. The next aspect of the Sathya Sai incarnation is to make every one of us realize the divinity within. The divinity within. We are so busy to see God somewhere. Where is God? He is there in Tirupati. Where is God? Probably in Vatican. Where is God? I expect him to be there in Mecca. Where is God? In Gurudwara, in Buddha Gaya. We have given official addresses of God, head office of God. We want him to be there comfortably at one place so that we won't disturb him and he won't get disturbed. Because you, God, you are a Thursday God, you are a Sunday God, you are a Friday God, all the rest we can rest and relax. It is not so. Bhagwan wants everybody to realize and experience the divinity within. How is it possible? How is it possible to realize the divinity within? One has to turn inward. One has to turn inward. Turning inward means withdrawing the mind. Thoughtless state. A state when you are equanimous. A state when you are steady-minded. A state when you are equal-minded. A state, what you call, no-mind state. You are beyond the thought. You are beyond the body and the mind. That is what we call meditation. Just as physical exercise would help us to be strong enough, fit enough, meditation will help us to turn inward and intellectually alert, awake. We have got to be intellectually aware. That is possible only through this process of meditation. Then we'll realize oneness of humanity. No amount of political slogan, any number of resolutions in the United Nations organization would usher in an era of harmony, an era of equality. Impossible. Equality is possible only in the spiritual realm, only along the firmament of religion and religiousness. The oneness could be realized and experienced only in the spiritual path, but by no other way. Because we know how people failed to bring in equality. Many people say, all are equal, excepting me, because I am more than you. And some people would say, all are equal, and some are more equal. Oh, I see. So, equality is a slogan, but in spirituality, it is a reality. So, Bhagwan wants us to experience the divinity within, enjoy Him. Any amount of property, any high position would never give you satisfaction. Impossible. If anyone says, I am satisfied here, well, something wrong with his psychology. Sky is the limit. Bhagwan gives one simple example. It seems one gentleman was on the back of the horse riding, and by his side was a person carrying a pillow. When both of them were coming, others thought the one on the horse must have been a king or a top man, and the one carrying the pillow must have been a menial worker or a servant. Rain started. The fellow on the back of the horse tied up the horse to a post quite close to that, to a tree, and was just watching that anybody would not take away the horse. Whereas the man with pillow could get into the temple and could have the pillow right under his head and sleep well. This time people thought, the man sleeping here is the master, the man near the horse is a slave. Just is a question of change of positions. It is only a question of time. Yes, you must have watched on TV when there was Gujarat havoc, earthquake. We could see on the screen a gentleman who said, till this moment I am a millionaire. Now I am penniless. Now I am a pauper. So the positions and properties, they come and go. As Baba says, something like passing clouds. Not that we should be away from them, not we should condemn them. No. The next point I want to draw your attention is this. We should strike a balance between this and that. This is Tvam, that is Tat. This and that, Tat, Tvam. We should be able to strike a balance between the two. Be in the world, let not the world be in you. Be in the world, let not the world be in you. Well, you may say, what a foolish thing it is. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Boat which is present on the surface of the water, that takes you across from this shore to other shore. It is on the water, and water is not in the boat. You also see the lotus flower in full bloom, blossoming, grows in water. Water doesn't touch the flower. Mud doesn't touch the flower. The flower is in water. Water is not in the flower. So be in the world. Let not world be in you. That makes us feel so happy. That makes us rise above tensions, worries, anxieties. That is the purpose of religion. Some people ask me, what is that I get being religious? By being religious, by being spiritual, by praying to God, you don't have to worry, because it is His responsibility to take care of you. It is His responsibility to take care of you. God shall never allow any devotee to be humiliated. God will never allow His devotee to fail at any point of time. Come what may. I can give you one example. These are all from Sai literature. for information. There was a great scholar by name Madhavadasa, a writer, a poet of those times. Naturally, king patronized him. Every time this poet went on reading his compositions to the delight of the king and the audience, this provoked other scholars. We are also scholars. How is that king patronizes him? How is the king loves him more than all of us? No. Envy, jealousy, yes, it has been there down the ages. I do not know whether jealousy was born first or the man first. I do not know. You cannot trace the history of jealousy and envy. So everybody thought, why king loves him more than all of us? So all scholars went and said, look here, Madhava, we don't want the king to love you. Yes, let us prove our scholarship. Let us argue now. We'll put some questions. The one who wins shall be the chief among us. You cannot be like that. Then this man said, with folded hands, sir, I am not a scholar. I am just a devotee. Please leave me alone. If you so insist, I will give in writing that I lost in this match, that I lost in these arguments, that all of you won, that I am nobody. He gave in writing, put it in an envelope and pasted it. The scholars were very happy. Went to the court straight away and said, "O king, you have been thinking that this man is greatest. Understand that he lost." Not only that, he gave it in writing. They opened the envelope, started reading, and it is read like this: "O king, all these fellows lost the battle. I won, I am triumphant." They had no arguments at all. Baba said, this is how a devotee is protected. That's how God comes to the rescue of his devotee. He shall not allow any devotee to live in shame. Because dishonor to a devotee is a dishonor to God himself. Humiliation to a devotee is a humiliation to God himself. He will not allow. Therefore, God is not a matter of luxury or a hobby, but essential requirement, basic need more than respiration or our breath. Prayer is more essential than our breath. It is more essential than any other activity because prayer sanctifies our time. Prayer makes our life really sacred. More things are wrought by prayer than all the world dreams of. That too, what kind of prayer? You have got the cell phones and so many phones everywhere. But Baba's number I am giving you, please note carefully. Cell phone number, Baba's cell phone number, which is not available anywhere. A top secret I am telling you in all confidence. Number 9. Number 9 is a cell phone number, which you can never switch it off. Impossible, it will continue to ring. If you say, "Swami," he will say, "Yemi, what is it you want?" If you say Sai, he will say, "Oi, hello, how are you?" That's what you get. Bhagwan is already seated there. One gentleman came and said, "Bhagwan, I want some apartment here in Prashantinalayam." Swami said, "Apartment? One flat here." "Oh, I see. Why?" "Swami, I want to stay here." Baba said, "Do you think I am here?" "No, I am here in your heart. You don't need a flat. I am already there in you." Okay, you understand. Where is God? God is in you, that's all. To think that he is somewhere else is just ignorance, is just innocence, is only lack of understanding, lack of experience. Bhagwan wants everybody to experience him within the love, experiencing the divinity within, practicing human values, interrelationships which are very absolutely important, to strike a balance between the world and spirituality. A strike of balance. A tree grows in the soil with all the roots fixed in the ground, but with the fruits above. Root is the world, fruit is God, please understand. There are some people that say that, no, I want fruits. Well, he is psychic. You cannot have fruits without roots. Some people say, roots are enough, I don't want fruits. Then it is firewood. So, root is the world, fruit is God. That is the tree of human life. Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba does not want us to run away from our responsibilities. After all, easy to give up wife and children, easy to run away to the forest, very easy. If you incur debts like anything, yes, one has to run away because he cannot clear out loans. Impossible. If there is any kind of misunderstanding, one can run away. It's not that. Religion is not escapism. Religion is not alternative. It is the only reality. Sai, Sai, Sayanare. Sarvamu Brahmamu Mayamanare. Baba, Baba, Babanare. Hari. Louder, louder. Jai Baba, Baba, Babanare. Bhakti to bhajana lo palgonare. Jai Rama, Rama, Ramanare. Rakshasa gunamulu pommanare. Jai Krishna, Krishna, Krishna nare. Kastamulanu pommanare. Jai Hari, 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 Hariyanare. Jai Hari, 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 Hariyanare. Atma Ramuni Madiganare. Jai Shiva, 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 Shiva Yanare. Shiva ke sevunanu samamanare. Jai Sai. This was the song composed by Bhagwan Baba himself 60 years ago. He made everybody join in chorus. Thank you very much for listening to the talk in rapid tension. And we'll have the next session. I welcome questions from you and kindly write down on paper, pass it on to the organizers. They will do the needful. Thank you very much. Sai Ram. Gopal ke Nandalala, Govinda Radhe Gopala, Gopi Gopala. मीरा के नाथ प्रभु मुरली गोपाला, मीरा हे मुरली गोपाला, हे मीरा के नाथ प्रभु मुरली गोपाला, गोवर्धनोद्धार गोपाल बाला, गोवर्धनोद्धार गोपाल बाला, हे राधे गोपाल गोपी गोपाल, गोविंद गोपाल हे नंदलाला, हे गोविंद गोपाल हे नंदलाला, गोविंद Hey, Radhe Gopala, Gopi Gopala. Meera ke Nath Prabhu Murali Gopala, Hari Hari. Hey, Murali Gopala, Sai Murali Gopala. Hey, Meera ke Nath Prabhu Murali Gopala. Govardhanodhar Gopala Bala, Jai Govardhanodhar Gopala Bala, Radhe Gopala. Thank you very much. Coinciding with the Iswaramma Day celebration here, I am reminded of an incident which had happened in a district, West Godavari, in the state of Andhra Pradesh, in a town by name Kovur. Dr. Gadia, senior, instructed me to share with you few of the experiences in strict obedience to Bhishmacharya. I am quite glad to narrate them. This incident happened there in West Godavari on Ishwarama Day 10 years ago. This is there on record. You know, Ishwarama Day is Children's Day. Most of the children participate in all the activities right from the beginning, Suprabhatam. And they will do all Laksharchana and including Narayan Seva by children only. Well, that afternoon around 12 o'clock, children started distributing food to everybody. All of them are seated in lines as they do in Prashanti Nilayam. Prashanti Nilayam discipline is one and the same all over the world. So they were all seated and children started distributing food. At that time, the railway porter came. You know, railway porter dresses in blue dress with red turban. You know that typical railway porter uniform. So a railway porter came and stretched his hand. Would you give me food, please? And one child gave him food, 2 packets. And the railway porter ate there, washed his hands, and came again to the venue. While children started distributing food on one side, the other side, office bearers went on discussing. The president of Sai Center, the vice president, the secretary, top bureaucracy. They were discussing. What is it they were discussing? The president said, how is it many are not participating in Nagar Sankirtan? Why? The other vice president said, it's a serious matter to discuss. In the meantime, the railway porter came there and he shouted at the president. He called him by name, Surnadamurti, you are not attending Nagar Sankirtan. How do you expect devotees to attend? What kind of president are you? He said. If any peon comes and calls me, you Anil Kumar, what will happen to me? No cardiac surgeon can protect me. Impossible, can save my life. He called him, oi, you don't attend. Why do you expect others to fall? Then at the time, this man said, I have joint pains, I can't participate in Nagar Sankirtan. And the railway porter said, you have joint pains to participate in the Nagar Sankirtan, but you don't have joint pains to go around all your field and supervise your personal work. When it is God's work, you have joint pain. For your personal work, no pain, because there is gain. This man started shivering in his shoe. He is not a railway porter. Must be Baba. Must be Baba. He ran immediately, he ran home. Told his wife, Baba came there. Let us present him new pair of clothes, silk clothes. The wife said, people are already under the opinion that we are madcaps. I don't think we can have our children get married nicely, safely, because they are born to psychic cases. How do you expect Swami come to our town in the form of railway porter? No, stop nonsense. He must be a thief. He said, keep quiet. I had enough of dose from him. Please keep quiet. Somehow he opened the door and took the silk robes along with him. There the railway porter was still there. He gave those silk robes to him. And the railway porter shouted, did I not tell you during my birthday that nobody should present clothes to me? During that birthday celebration, Baba said, announced publicly that no one should present him clothes. This porter said, did I not tell you that no one should present clothes to me? Don't you know that? This man, 100% guaranteed railway porter, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Baba, who transports us to the other world if he wants to. Then he said, the porter, all right, you gave me these silk robes. I don't want you to cry. I'll hand out to anybody. You just moved there and gave it to a beggar there and just vanished from the air. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba has so many forms to appear in front of the devotees and to teach people and to make them tread along the right path. I also remember another occasion that had happened there in the Srikakulam district, the border district of Andhra Pradesh, because next to Srikakulam we have Orissa. There in Srikakulam there is one lady who did her MSc in zoology. She is housewife now and she is the wife of manager State Bank of India there. And that girl, before her marriage, she served as Mahila Vibhag Sevadal convener. I know her personally. Sevadal convener. And she came along with group of devotees to Prashantinalayam and gave her wedding card to Swami. Swami said, I will attend your wedding. This poor girl believed it. But she did not tell anybody. Because if she tells anybody, the bridegroom party may have second opinion or revised opinion. So she did not tell anybody. And there on the wedding day, she was eagerly, anxiously waiting, looking all around whether Baba attended the wedding. He is not seen there in the vicinity. Nowhere, all around, nowhere. But the wedding is over. Wedding banquet. People are proceeding towards the dining hall. Mind you, few of the friends went there to the kitchen to bring all the utensils, all the dishes, to serve those that attended the wedding. There's very huge vessels, marriage vessels. In India, it will be attended on the average 1,000 at least. We should feed them repeatedly, ask them, even if they don't want, come on, I will push you into the current, okay, right? That is, we should suffocate them with our hospitality, make them breathless with our reception. Yes. So when they started collecting food, there in the huge vessels, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Baba picture appeared there. Everybody came and saw. They started collecting the rice pudding and started distributing. Till the last spoon, Baba's picture remained there. That is Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, the omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent God. We are very lucky to have been his contemporaries. I very well remember these things. There is one place by name Palasa, near Srikakulam district. They organized Sathya Sai day there. What they wanted to do was, they wanted to have a big hall and they wanted to dedicate the hall to organize bhajans there. And they informed everybody, but unfortunately, as ill luck would have it, in that place, Palasa, so many functions happened to take place and people are not available, priests are not available, None to play Nadaswaram, the Indian traditional music on special occasions. Nobody. You still have that gentleman by name Narsimurthy, there in Palasa, railway station master. Anil Kumar is capable of giving residential addresses, house numbers. I am the student of science, have not lost a census. So subject to scrutiny and immediate verification. Well, then what happened? Right at the appointed hour, when they could not get any priests whatsoever, nobody to play Nadaswaram, which is most auspicious, a batch of people came. Sir, we are the priests, we'll serve the purpose. Nadaswaram, few people came and they did it. At the end of the day, when he wanted to pay money, nobody were there around, nobody. And when they came to say thanks to Swami, Bhagwan said, had I not manifested in different forms, the mandir would not have been inaugurated at all, that's what Baba said. We heard that Lord Krishna manifested into many forms in Bhagavata. We heard that God Krishna manifested in the form of several cowherd boys and several cows and cows as well. But here we find Bhagwan Sri Sathya Baba manifesting himself in several forms so as to please the devotee, so as to make the devotee happy. Like this I can go on. In the meantime, I will answer some questions. As and when occasion arises, we will certainly share. Yes, first question. How did you first come to meet or know Sai Baba? This is a very delicate question because I cannot take credit in that. Moreover, you may have to discredit me. I was negatively disposed to begin with. I was not in favor of having Baba's darshan, having been there for a week. I was just making my children play around Prashantanalayam. I never went inside. I never had any darshan. I am also ashamed to say, in the class I used to openly comment negatively against Baba. But on the final day, when we were about to leave, I went inside and prayed to Swami. Swami, this is our family need, requirement now. My wife is not well. I want your healing touch. If she is well, we'll see later. That's what I was thinking. And on the last day, I was with my children there near Gopuram gate at the end. It was evening session, bhajan was going on in full swing. Swami came out, the mandir, and walked straight to me, looked straight at me, but I refused to do namaskar because we are very firm in our opinions. I didn't want to salute, very firm. Then Swami looked at top to bottom, perhaps tough guy, a hard nut to crack. We are nut cases anyway. And Swami retired and sat there in mandir. I thought he came there to supervise some work going on. And he didn't come for me, no problem. Because reasonably distant from him can run away if needed. So I was standing there, Swami came for second time again. He stood in front of me and did not leave until I did namaskar. With the hands shaking, legs shivering, I dared to do namaskar, half-hearted. Then he left. Then we decided to leave that place the following day because that was my original agreement between me and my wife. 50%, you have your rights, 50% I have chairperson, nothing like chairman or anything like that. So I have come solely for you and you have to follow me when I want you to go back. Okay, as per the agreement we returned. For 7 years, S-E-V-E-N, red ink underlined, capital letters, Bhagwan did not look at me. I didn't have first line. I didn't have Pada Namaskar. I didn't receive any smile. I always got backbench, outstanding, standing out. That was my position. So somehow or other, I was very much drawn towards his literature. I was very much drawn towards his service activities and started attending. After 7 years, I went to Anantapur for some Ramayana seminar program. And people said, Baba is right over there in the women's college. All right, then I thought, why can't I have his darshan? I belong to Andhra Christian College, Guntur, where 2,000 girls are there and 3,000 boys. It's a co-educational institution. I thought I can have access to Swami there at Anantapur campus easily. But watchman said, get out, you cannot get in, he said. But the first time I heard the word get out from another person, then I could realize what I am. Then I said, why not? No, sir, this is girls' college. I said, so what? If you speak further, out, he said. Okay, then he had some kind of consideration. Baba might have possessed him. And he said, sir, you can walk few steps, not further, be careful. I just walked further steps. And Swami, after that governing body meeting, attended by Professor Gokak, Goldstein, Croxy, Chala, Subbaraidu, all top people. And Swami came down, and from a long distance, he said, hey, Anil Kumar, come here. After 7 years. Oh, good God, what happened to you all these 7 years? Were you on vacation all this period? What's wrong with you and what's wrong with me? Then I thought, watchman's name must have been Anil Kumar. Then I asked him, is your name Anil Kumar? No, sir, my name is Kondappa, not Anil Kumar. So find out where Anil Kumar is. No, sir. We were just staring like that helplessly. Baba said, oh, Professor Anil Kumar, you come here. Then I was sure that Baba wanted me. Then I ran, jumped like a child coming out of the school after the bell is given. Swami said, hey, take rest. And then he said, materialize vibhuti, give it to your wife, he said. And then he introduced me to all those people. He attended Ramayana seminar, which was quite interesting. Everybody were happy. That's second point. But what I want to inform you is, he mentioned the name in every detail, names of all those scholars who attended that Ramayana seminar. That gave me the glimpse of his divinity, that I am in front of all-knowing God. So I conclude answer to this question by saying, the whole and the sole credit of coming to Baba, so far as I am concerned, goes to my wife, Sai Ram. How to remain focused on God when so busy all the time? Yes. We are busy, no doubt. But Baba said, my friends, please remember, what all I say is from Sai literature only, from Swami discourses only. I am not speculating, I am not imagining, much less interpreting. When you are so busy, yet you can think of God. Why? Why not? Baba gave a simple example. Narada felt he is very close to God. PhD in devotion. And God said, look here, Narada, there is another man who is greater than you. He felt very jealous. Oh, good God. I have been chanting your name and going around all the 3 worlds, all the 24 hours over past several centuries, and you said there is another fellow greater than me. Is that possible? God said, no, go to that village. You find a farmer, an agriculturist, who is certainly greater than you. Narada goes over there. That farmer starts his day with a word of prayer. Oh God, help me. Let this day be bright. Let all my actions be pleasing unto you. And he does his own work thereafter. And he has his lunch in the afternoon. Oh God, thank you. And then he gets up, attends to the rest of the work on the day, and while returning, just he starts singing. And back at home he has his bath. While retiring, thank you God for the day. He said only thrice. Narada comes and tells God, oh God, he said only Hare Ram thrice, that's all. Govinda thrice, but I said millions and billions and trillions of times. How do you say that fellow is greater than me? Narada, God tells, oh Narada, I'll give you a big pot full of oil. Go around and come back. Not even a drop should spill out of this pot. Is it clear? Yes, Swami, why not? He has put that pot over his head, full of oil. God's instruction that a drop should not spill out of the pot. All right. Narayana, Amma, it may fall. Govinda, it may fall. His concentration is on the pot and the oil, not Govinda or Narayana any longer. And he returns, and God asks him, Narada, how many times have you repeated God's name? Swami, I could not. You have given me hopeless pot and oil. What is to be done? My chanting has become oily now. I can't help it. And then God says, look here, you could not manage a pot of oil. Householders with children, job, business, many responsibilities. How do you expect them to chant the glory of God many times? Not necessary. Begin the day with God. Attend to your work. End the day with a word of thanks to God. That sanctifies. That makes the whole day sacred. We don't need to repeat. So be busy with your work. Hands in society, head in the forest. Dil mein Ram, haath mein Kam is the message of Bhagwan Baba. That is, awareness is more important. Next question. How to transcend three gunas of Maya and be God? Three gunas. The three gunas or attributes are sattvic quality, piousness, rajasic quality, emotional, passionate, and tamasic quality, dullness, inertness, bestial. Three qualities. The three qualities are present in every one of us. If anyone says that I am of sattvic quality only, bogus, number one. If anyone says I am completely tamasic, he is a poor man. Father, they know not what they do, forgive them. Every one of us are composed of three qualities. Like the three blades of a fan, the three attributes work in perfect harmony and unison to give us the breeze of life. But that quality which dominates determines our personality. Those of you, the Indians here, who know the pan has got three, the betel nut, the leaf and the lime. If the lime is extra, you cannot have dinner that night. If there is no betel nut, the tongue will never be red. And if there are no betel leaves, good, you cannot call it a pan. These three go together. But anything extra will lead to problem. So now in our life, if tamasic quality is more, animal temperament is more, there is no need in fighting with it. My friends, please remember this point. Guilty consciousness, feeling guilty is much worse than guilt itself. When once I commit the guilt, there ends the matter. If I start feeling guilty, I spoil the whole day, I spoil all around me. My performance is affected. Let us not feel guilty. Having committed the guilt, that's the end of the matter. Let's not think of it, because past is past. Past is beyond recovery. Now, if that animal quality is more in me, then once I am aware, what are animal qualities after all? Gluttony, extra sleep, laziness, dullness, inertness, passivity, sluggish. These are all animal qualities which need not be told in detail because they have been dominating the modern society. So how to transform this animal quality, tamasic temperament? Let us take to service, karma yoga. Service, karma yoga, is the one that would transform the tamasic quality into rajasic quality. Rajasic quality is of desire, of ambition, full of desire, full of ambition, emotion, anger, lust, whatnot, attachment, possessiveness. These are all rajasic qualities. How to get over the rajasic quality? There is a solution. Follow Bhakti Marga, the path of devotion. Chant His name. By chanting His name, all our emotions will be cooled down. When I am angry, if I say Hare Ram twice, 50% will go down. But on the other hand, if I don't chant, if I go on in temper, I'll be taken to cardiology ward, put on sedation. Therefore, God's name is very necessary to pacify our emotions. Our anger is reduced. So Rajasic quality can be transformed into Sattvic quality by Bhakti Marga, the path of devotion. And Sattvic quality, the piousness, the softness, has got to be crossed over still because God is beyond Trigunatita, or Gunatita, or Gunarahita, attributeless, beyond the attributes. That is possible by following the path of jnana, the path of wisdom, or what you call the path of inquiry. Am I clear? That's the answer to this question.